To journey through Japan is to stand in a shifting liminal space, where centuries-old temples hold their breath beside LED-drenched intersections, and quiet rituals survive in the clatter of bullet trains. It is a country layered in paradox, ancient yet futuristic, communal yet personal, restrained yet exuberantly expressive. Travel here is not merely about seeing, but about sensing, feeling, pausing. Japan unfolds like a haiku, precise, evocative, and grounded in nature's shifting moods. The natural entry point for many is Tokyo, a city that defies the definition of city. It is a sprawling, humming cosmos of micro-neighborhoods, each with its own tempo and temperament. In Shinjuku, neon signs pulse like a living circuit board, while in a tucked-away izakaya, salarymen clink sake cups beneath yellowed walls lined with hand-scrawled menus. Meiji Shrine offers respite in its forested enclave, just steps from the youthful theater of Harajuku and the avant-garde storefronts of Omotesando. Tokyo doesn't just host the future, it rehearses it daily. Yet within the digital dazzle, you'll still find a tea master quietly whisking matcha to a rhythm practiced for centuries. Travel north, and the tone shifts. Tohoku is often overlooked, yet it offers a quieter kind of magic. Windswept rice fields, snow-laced onsens, and festivals rooted in centuries-old beliefs. In Aomori, the Nebuta Matsuri erupts with giant illuminated floats, while in the fishing towns along the Sanriku coast, elderly women known as ama dive for sea urchin with an ancestral grace. Here, the land hasn't forgotten hardship, from earthquakes to snowstorms, but resilience is woven into every grain of rice and every reconstructed shrine. Hokkaido, further still, unspools in seasons. In winter, it becomes a realm of white, powder snow that lures skiers to Niseko, and crystalline frost that sparkles in Sapporo's famed snow festival. Come summer, its lavender fields in Furano bloom in vivid contrast, while the Shiratoko Peninsula bristles with wilderness rarely touched by human hand. Hokkaido is less choreographed than the main island, a place where nature still leads the rhythm, and travelers move in sync with clouds and coastlines. To the west lies Kansai, the cultural heart of Japan. Kyoto is the obvious jewel, its name itself resonant with elegance. But Kyoto does not give itself easily. One must wake before dawn to catch the torii gates of Fushimi Inari empty, or wander Gion alleyways at dusk when the world feels as if it slipped back a century. Temples such as Kinkaku-ji and Ryoan-ji are not merely buildings but states of being, encounters with stillness sculpted in rock, moss, and silence. Yet it's not all solemnity. In nearby Osaka, the mood flips. The city sings with humor, appetite, and human warmth. Kuromon Market crackles with grilled scallops, takoyaki sizzles on roadside pans, and the Dotonbori Canal blazes with its own swaggering vitality. If Kyoto is the tea ceremony, Osaka is the festival. Not far off, Nara offers intimacy with origins. Deer roam freely in the park, bowing for crackers, while Todaiji's colossal Buddha gazes over centuries of devotion. And in Uji, just outside Kyoto, some of the world's oldest tea traditions persist, matcha that tastes of earth, discipline, and time. Southward, the inland sea reveals its own poetry. Hiroshima, phoenix-like, offers not tragedy but transcendence. The Peace Memorial Park does not ask for pity, it demands reflection. Nearby Miyajima rises with the floating torii of Itsukushima Shrine, red pillars seemingly suspended between tide and sky. And then there's Naoshima, an island transformed into a canvas by contemporary art. Here, Yayoi Kusama's polka dot pumpkins sit beside Shinto shrines, and minimalist museums disappear into landscape. The line between the sacred and the surreal dissolves. Western Japan, especially around the Chugoku and Shikoku regions, offers depth over dazzle. In Matsu, Lafcadio Hearn's ghost stories still haunt the lake mist. In Kochi, sake and history flow through castle towns and rivers laced with cormorant fishers. The Aya Valley hides footbridges of vine and mountain solitude, a Japan rarely seen in travel posters but deeply etched in memory once found. And then comes Kyushu, volcanic and vivid. Beppu steams with hot springs, the earth itself exhaling in dozens of colors and temperatures. Mount Aso's caldera spreads like a myth made visible, while Kumamoto's castle rises stoically from earthquake scars. Fukuoka, facing Korea across the straits, bubbles with youthful energy and the crackle of yatai stalls serving ramen under lantern glow. Here, one feels Japan's global openness, its historical pivot between isolation and exchange. Far to the south lie the Ryukyu Islands, Okinawa and her subtropical sisters. These lands once formed their own kingdom, and the difference is tangible. Coral gardens shimmer beneath turquoise seas, Sanshin music drifts on salted wind, and longevity is not a statistic but a lifestyle. The beaches here are world-class, but so too is the undercurrent of resilience. Okinawa has endured war, occupation, and cultural dilution, but its soul remains fierce and luminous. At every turn, Japan offers contrast, a country where vending machines stand by shrines, where schoolgirls in sailor uniforms shuffle past stone Buddhas draped in bibs, where 1,000 tiny rituals sustain a society increasingly entwined with futuristic pace. Cherry blossoms remind the nation of impermanence, while Mount Fuji, symmetrical and unmoving, seems to promise permanence just beyond reach. But the heart of Japan is not found in its grandeur, nor its efficiency. It lives in the microcosms. A shopkeeper offering an unexpected bow, the silence before a festival drum, a lunchbox arranged with the care of a haiku. The country invites travelers to shift gears, to notice, to sit, to absorb. Japan does not seek to impress with scale, it mesmerizes through grace. And to journey through its islands is not simply to visit a place, but to be quietly transformed by it.